Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Literature in Chunk. So in this video I'm going to talk about this cultural study unit, and I think that this video is very important for the beginners to know, to understand, to have a basic concept regarding what that cultural study is. Before starting with the theorist and theory, I would like to give you an introduction regarding the cultural studies, and I think it is very important to have a basic understanding or a direction of whatever we are going to do in that unit, in that particular unit. So yeah, this is the video which you should go through for once before starting the unit of cultural studies. So first of all, we will see what is culture. So culture is an umbrella term which stands for the way people are living their life in a particular society. So culture consists of different elements out there like language, values, norms, belief system of people. In a word, it encompasses all these elements. Okay, so now different society has its uniqueness, which is very much replicated through their own culture. For an example, we can take that the language, dressing sense, belief system, values of Maharashtrian people will differ from the people living in South India. In a word, culture is how people are living their life in a particular society. Now, if we look at the difference between the culture and society, we can understand culture more clearly. Now, if a group of people started living in a particular territory or a particular place, that particular group of that geographical area will have their society. Society is a group of people who occupied a particular territory and sharing a common culture, whereas a set of learned behavior that categorizes their society is their culture. So the basic difference between society and culture is that society takes its form when a group of people started living in a particular territory or a particular place, whereas culture is the way the people are living in that particular society and demarcating the society from the rest of the society out there. Now we will see some types of culture first. And first of all, we have the subculture. Subculture is shared by a smaller group of people rather than a large number of people. It is a small group of people's culture, and we can find it within a large culture, like in Indian culture, which is a huge or a large culture. Within Indian culture, we may find some kind of subcultures like Rajasthani culture. Then we have this Bengali culture. They are the subculture. Marathi culture. They are the subculture. But we have these subcultures within a large culture, that is Indian culture, right? Then we have this high culture. The second one is high culture. High culture is a culture which is not easily available to everybody, but it is limited in its availability. And right now, some of the subcultures may be available to some people of the society, may not be available to everybody. It is not that much easy to access some kind of culture. So it become a high culture that is limited in its own sphere. For an example, we can take the elite class culture, the upper class people's culture. So that is the high culture. Now we have this popular culture. Popular culture is shared by a large section of people in our society, and that kind of subculture is called popular culture. Now you can say that the mass culture and popular culture may be the same thing. No, mass culture is the culture that is being produced in a huge number but may not be consumed by a huge number of people. In that sense, it is not the popular culture. Rather, we can say that the culture, the subculture which is being shared by a large number of people or large section of people in the society is popular culture. Now, just have a look on the multiculturalism, which says that different culture meld together in and forms a hybrid culture, a kind of multiculturalism, where all cultures should have its own place and space out there, and it's a kind of preservation, it's a kind of negotiation that is happening in multiculturalism. Now, if we look at the cultural studies, how it emerged, we can find out two most important schools out there with which cultural study emerged and gradually gets its progress. So first of all, we have this Frankfurt School, where we have the theorists like Max Horkheimer, Theodor Adorno, then Habermas. They are the theorists, important theorists, and their works we will discuss it in the next video. Then the next school is the Center of Contemporary Cultural Study at Birmingham. So it was around 1964 where Raymond William first coined the term cultural study, and it is basically the interdisciplinary field where we have a diverse number of things coming together and finding out the things there in cultural studies. So in that Center for Contemporary Cultural Studies at Birmingham, where we have certain theorists, as for an example, we can say Richard Hogarth, Stuart Hall, and so many others, and the theories given by them. In the Frankfurt School, they are talking about this capitalism in mass culture and things like political, very much political, and the study of culture become very much political for them. It is only in this the Center for Contemporary Cultural Study at Birmingham where we can see the entry of Marxism, sociology, and feminism, and rest of the other theory. So it becomes more engaging field with lots of discussions and more interesting with lots of theoretical lens and other things. So in that center, the cultural studies or the unit of cultural study flourishes more with the contribution of different theorists from different or diverse interdisciplinary field. So that's all for today. I hope this video will help to shape your basic understanding of this cultural studies unit. In the next video, we will talk about the theorists from the two major schools and the theories given by them. So till then, take care, bye bye, and stay tuned.